Um, this is basically going to be kind of hard because the cell service here keeps dropping, and that's actually bad because it's a more natural area of the park towards the back of the park. But the cell service is horrible. The streaming is actually going to be pretty bad, but the monkeys are still around. They are not very close to me right now, so I can go back to talking a little bit. And I will flip the camera around in a second again to kind of give you an idea of what's going on. So they are foraging currently, meaning that they're looking for food. They do swim and they do eat things like crabs and mollusks. So the water's edge becomes like a focal point sometimes, and it's been raining a lot. There's a lot of life going on. I've seen big water monitor lizards today, so yeah, a lot of stuff going on. Turning around here now, without zooming in, you're not going to be able to see them. But I know that the cell quality is so bad. The stream uh, would look horrible. I give you a taste of that. So that's actually a monkey right there. Yeah, but the streaming is so bad today. I can't get closer and I can't make it any more clear. So that's kind of where we are with that. But down there at the water's edge in front of me, pretty much about 15, 20 meters out from me, they are foraging and resting and playing. A lot of the young ones just kind of hanging around, and they are sticking towards the water's edge. So right now the troop is from about this area here all the way along here and then up another 30 or 40 meters in that direction. So they're kind of spread out, but they're not moving very quickly. And hopefully you'll get to see something interesting. Now sometimes you'll hear traffic, and that's because this is a very, very small toll road, a very busy toll road that leads into the central area of Jakarta from North Jakarta, which is where we are right now. And of course, they don't mind me talking because like I said, I'm a distance away, but they're also pretty much used to people standing around and talking because I'm on the pathway where people normally hang out. And as long as you stay up here and they stay down there, they don't really get too concerned with the people around, unless you do something silly like take out food, which I do not recommend at all. You can't see it too well, but there's a little fishing activity going down at the water's edge right now with some of the younger macaques. So the babies are growing up, they're getting bigger, and I'm seeing a lot more of their ability to forage for themselves, so they're not relying so much on mom this way. I'll probably lose signal again, just to give you a heads up. Cell service is not great in this part of the park at all, but we will do what we can. So what I'm coming up upon is actually where the babies are, and the babies are down in front of me down this direction. And I'm going to get a little bit more quiet. So one of the babies is in a tree, and he has a plastic bag, and they love to play with plastic bags. They love to look through garbage and that sort of thing, but it can be very dangerous, just like it can be with human babies. They can get wrapped up into plastic and can be harmful to them. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Maybe you can kind of see what's going on. Actually, I'm going to start walking again. So I have my main camera with me today. It would probably be a good idea to get some stills. I've noticed that could be happening. The change of seasons makes a difference. And I'm going to back off here. I can actually see on one of the young males that he is not using one of his hind legs. He's really limping in the back. I would highly suspect that either they've fought amongst themselves, or there's been a raid from the other troop, and they've come into this park and they get into like a battle, and then the raiding males leave, and it always leaves some hurt monkeys behind. Okay. So now the monkeys are actually moving further away from me, and people ask me, are they aggressive? Do they chase people? Actually, as you can see, there's a fisherman walking by, and they're very habituated to the people that come here to fish. They usually don't bother them, and the fishermen don't really react too much, except if the monkeys get very close and they want to sit at a certain spot, they'll kind of shoo them away. But it's pretty copacetic. Now I'm going to go into pursuit mode because they are a nice distance away and they're not going to be affected by me trailing behind them. The whole troop is in front of me moving this way. And my plan is to pass the troop so that they have to go past me eventually. I will lose cell signal once I pass these trees here. Okay, we're going to come around. I'm actually now a nice distance away. There's noise here, so they're not going to pay attention to me talking. And I will get in front of the troop in about 20 seconds. So that generator that you hear is pumping water from the canal area, the estuary. We've had a lot of rain lately, and what they're doing is they're pumping it into the area where they're trying to populate the mangroves. So they're helping to make these new saplings, which are all mangrove saplings, make them healthy and vibrant by pumping the extra water. It's kind of a win-win situation. I gotta speed up because the troop is moving actually away from the water's edge. And I want them to think that I'm walking away from them. Thank you to everybody that's joining me right now. I know that sometimes the observations are not the most exciting in the world. I love it. I've been here with them for more than 130 hours and 55 observations over the past 3 years. And I find them to be amazing. Now there's this nice little bench. I'm always tempted to sit here, but I tell you, the second I sit down, they'll go right past me and I'll have to get up anyway. So I'm actually past the troop now. The sentinels, so they put guards out. The troop actually will put guards out into the trees. And the sentinels are going to be up in the canopy area. And they're on the lookout for danger because there are some natural predators like the water monitor lizards. There are actually saltwater crocodiles that could make their way back here. And of course, snakes. And it makes it feel like a real jungle here. I have a female with a youngster making her way onto the path, and if she has a higher social standing, you'll see that a lot of other monkey females will follow her, and I think she does because basically I'm seeing a group of younger females kind of break off and they're following the direction that she's going, while the main troop is actually going this way and she's coming up this way onto the path. going for the trash cans, I think. Now, scavenging, when I did the data, scavenging human foods is about 11 to 14% of their diet, depending on the macaque that I was looking at. And natural foods make up everything else. So even though they look like they're always eating junk food or whatever, or trying to beg from people, they eat a lot of natural foods. And most of what they're eating are things like leaves and foliage of different kinds. Okay, so I've got a situation where I've got macaques coming up to me, which is not exactly where I want to be in this moment. Okay, moving on. Thank you. I'm gonna go up to the mama. Hi, mamas. So female macaques in general are going to be a little more sedate, in the sense that they're not going to be looking for trouble because they have, youngsters they have to take care of. They don't take a lot of chances. Males, however, have to show their toughness within the troop. They have to show their bravado. And so when you see young males, that's actually going to be your more dangerous ones. The early adult males are proving themselves. They're proving, hey, I'm a tough guy, I'm a big monkey, and blah blah blah. Maybe someday they want to be the alpha male, who knows. So they come, and one of the biggest ways to show how strong you are is to scare a person. And even though they're habituated to me, they're actually surrounding me at the moment. Even though they're habituated to me, I don't take a lot of chances with them, because, as I've said previously, they do have big teeth and they can do damage. They carry a lot of disease. Not necessarily every monkey carries diseases, but monkeys in general are disease carrying in pathogens that affect human beings. And the big one right now everybody talks about is monkeypox. That's a little bit overblown, because monkeypox is kind of jumped from monkeys to people, and it's more of a people versus people disease. But you can get everything from a long-tailed macaque. You get herpes, which I can imagine would not be fun. Try explaining that one to the wife. I got herpes from a monkey. That would not be good. It's been raining a lot, so the wind is picking up. The sky is getting a little more dark, and my assessment would be is I have about 30 minutes to kind of wrap this up and return to the front of the park. So I'm going to go back to taking some photographs, because I'm trying to actually get good photos of the injured males and get some identification going. Thank you guys for joining me. Talk to you later.